Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your match preview. Finally, football's back. It took about 56 years, but football is back and we get to see our teams play once again. No more international break, no more having to just listen to stories. We actually get to see football. No more, well, I say no more, briefly. We don't need to worry about the ownership and the chaos and the civil war between them lot, but that will be revisited after the game. But we got some football to focus on, and it's a big one. And it's a big one because of the circumstances at play. It's Bournemouth versus Chelsea, and it's away. It's at the Vitality. It's a bogey team. It's a bogey ground. I don't like going to Bournemouth. I don't like it. You know, it's just one of those places where historically we've been very up and down. Very up and down. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've gotten results against them at the Vitality before. But I'm going to actually get the head-to-head up. We drew 0-0 to them last season at the Vitality. We beat them the season before at the Vitality. Sweet. We drew the season before that at the Vitality. And then long before that, we got smashed 4-0. And I prefer not to speak. We don't need to worry about that. They've also come to the bridge and done us a couple of times. And yeah, it's a very up and down team, you know. And the problem here is that right now Chelsea are in a very up and down place as a football club. The team is inconsistent. We just don't know what we're getting. And Anthony Taylor is the ref tomorrow. So that doesn't help, does it? You know, it's not like Tesco. Every little helps. We got the anti-Tesco here. We got the every little does not help. Thanks to Anthony Taylor. I'm not looking forward to having him as a referee tomorrow. And it's actually quite crazy. 2 times this season now, we're going to have Anthony Taylor. Is this the first? How many games have we played? 3 games. We've played 3 games, including tomorrow, 4. 2 out of the 4, we've been reffed by Anthony Taylor. What's that about? Premier League, FA, what's going on? Are you stitching us up here? This is on purpose. Surely this is on purpose. Anyway, we can try and get as many excuses in as we can. First things first, we need to make sure we step up tomorrow and actually show up as a team. And, put in at least somewhat of a decent performance because we've been looking, we beat Wolves in a very great way, and then Palace at home, just a whole load of nothing. Despite not such a bad performance, but the result didn't come through, and we're not in a position where we can have those sort of results. You know, we do need to start off the season brightly to up the confidence. We don't exactly have Drogba, Terry and Lampard in our team. So this is where I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking, look, we need to set momentum. First game after international break, we're not normally good, right? And I stress this. Unlike prior to the international break, we've got a new caveat, which is going to be affecting the team. And as far as I'm concerned, this will affect the team whether we like it or not. And that's what's going on upstairs at the ownership level. That is going to filter and that is going to have an effect and that is going to disturb. Not necessarily destroy. It's not going to destroy, but it's going to disturb. You know, it's like a miniature little earthquake. You're, whoa, what's going on here then? What's going on? And your focus gets drifted. That's what's going on. So, this game won't be easy. Now, Bournemouth are actually sitting above us. They're sitting in 8th. We're sitting in 11th. They're 1 point ahead of us. They drew their... No, pardon me. They won their last game. They beat Everton at Goodison 3-2. Prior to that, they lost to West Ham away. And they drew at home to Newcastle 1-1. So their home record right now... Well, they're unbeaten at home. So that's something. And they've actually played... They've played more away games than they have home games. So this is going to be a welcome game for them. I can't really say too much else on Bournemouth as a football club. Yeah, they got Dominic Solanke as well. We've got to watch out for him. But we've got to look at ourselves here. Yeah, I feel like going forward, we've got enough quality here. But again, it's defensively. I worry about us defensively, man. I really do. And especially in this fixture. Because Enzo Maresca filled us in with the cliff notes in the press conference and told us what was going on. And I have to say, fair play Enzo Maresca. I thought he was going to have a hard time at this press conference, but I think he handled it pretty well. He got the first few questions asked by none other than Soraya. Shout out to Soraya. She always asks the right questions. She doesn't, get into the political stuff. She always gets into the football stuff. And Pochettino liked her. I'm sure Enzo will as well. But Enzo Maresca was asked some football questions. That was good. And then he was asked about the ownership. And I felt like he actually answered that pretty well. Answered it to a point where journalists couldn't really say anything else. He said, I've spoken to Todd. I've spoken to Bedad. I spoke to Todd after we lost against City. And I spoke to Bedad a few days ago. All is good. There's not really much the journalist can add after that, is there? He shut it down pretty well. So big up on that to Enzo Maresca. I thought he was going to have a hard time. I thought the journalists were going to go all guns blazing on him. What do you think about the ownership? Are they in harmony? Have you spoken to both? What did they say? Are they talking to each other? I thought he was going to get the full shebang, but he didn't. So happy days. But he did let us know about some players, and he did let us know about the injuries, and we've got some circumstances that are here now. And I do want to start off on a little bit of a side note. Ben Chilwell is back in the squad. Can I just say, right, what a waste of time. Not in terms of having Ben Chilwell back, but we've put Ben Chilwell through all of that. And not just him, by the way. Some players that were just sidelined and shunned just because they're meant to be going. Well, guess what? Chilwell's still here. And now he's back in the squad. What a waste of time. This is why I'm saying, look, there is no need to shun players out in that manner when you haven't got them a move yet. Now, if you've got them a move, I'll give an example. Gallagher, Chalobah, for example, still at the club, still in the first team squad. Don't shun them away. All right, phone rings, Atletico. Okay, a deal is done. Okay, at that point, Gallagher, sorry, you've been moved on. So we're gonna have to start, moving you away from the first team squad up until when you make the move, because the move is done. That's fair enough. I'm not against that. But to just shun players, you're barred. Why? Well, we ain't found a move for you yet, but we're trying. And then it doesn't happen. You're back in. What a waste of time. I don't get that logic whatsoever. And at least if it was a player that's not familiar with the first team squad, who's, come from the academy, not really played in the first team, and even then it would be a bit of a disgrace. Ben Chilwell, we all have our thoughts on him as a player. Champions League winner, right? Has contributed. Some decorum and some respect should be shown a little bit. Same goes for, Gallagher, Chalobah are not Champions League winners, but same for them. I mean, what are we doing? It's just not necessary. Now Ben Chilwell's back in the squad, and I don't think he's going to play anyway. He's not going to play. He's only here because we have to. So I wanted to make that point because I just think it's unnecessary and it's unprofessional and it's just it's amateurish, man. Anyway, apart from him, we've got some injury concerns. So, Lavia is looking like he'll be back soon, but he's not ready for this game. Okay, that's one. Gusto is out. That kind of surprised me. I thought he'd be ready for this, but he's not. Reece James is still out, and apparently he's still a way off. Listen, I said it at the start of the season, and I'll say it again, yeah? These injuries better not start popping up left, right, and centre because everyone was blaming Pochettino for it. We remember, there's receipts here. Pochettino's training methods are destroying the players. All right, cool, we'll see. Well, right now, it's starting to look a little bit iffy, right? Reece James in particular, I am seriously concerned about now. I'm seriously concerned now. Like, is this guy actually broken? I think he might be broken. I've said before, after he got this injury, listen, he's got one more shot, man. He comes back from this injury. He gets injured one more time. I'm sorry. It's over. It's over. As much as we love him, as much as I love him, as much as he holds it here, and he's a top right back, and we've seen what he can be on his day. He's flipping on his days. He's up there with the best, yeah? But if your body is broken, legitimately, what can we do? It's over. So listen, I'm waiting for when he comes back, and he better be, treated with all caution, because it can't go on. It just cannot go on. So I wait for the day he comes back, but he's not coming back anytime soon. That was meant to be a minor issue anyway. It's not. And that's it. But because of that, we don't have a right back. So this is going to leave a little bit of a debate open for what are we going to do with the right back slot for tomorrow's game against Bournemouth. Everyone else seems like everything's all good. No other injury concerns, I don't think anyway. We've got Sancho that should be available. There are the players that are available. So we'll get into the starting 11 very shortly. But let me know your thoughts in relation to everything that I've just said. And without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm not going to go player for player. I'm going to show you, indigestion. I'm going to show you on the screen straight away. So let's get into it. Here's my starting 11. Right, so on screen for you guys, Sanchez, because we ain't got a choice. Now, I've gone with something, if you remember, that worked at the latter stage of last season, right? I understand Achiempong is there and he should be called upon and all of that, but he's just not going to be in the squad, is he? He's not going to be. I wouldn't mind having Achiempong at right back. But this is also tried and tested last season, and it actually looked somewhat decent. Cucurella at right back. Do you remember when Cucurella was playing a right back? I'm not mistaken. He played right back when we beat Man United 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. Right? He played there a few games, and he actually put in a shift. He done a really good job there. I wouldn't mind having Cucurella go right back. I'd rather him than Disasi. I'm just saying. Chalobah's not here to fill in. He's in Palace and he's injured, by the way, anyway. So that's that. But I'm not having anyone else. If it's not Achiempong, Cucurella's right back. Why? Because we do have Renato Vega that can play left back, and Cucurella doesn't need to invert. This whole inverting business now is a thing, so let's just embrace it. Vega is the one that on the left-hand side that can invert and come alongside Enzo Fernandez or Moises Caicedo. I think it'll be Enzo Fernandez. I think Caicedo can be the one to maybe have a little bit more license to move a little forward. So, my centre-backs would be Fofana, Levi Colwill, Renato Vega cutting inside, but Cucurella remaining as a standard right back, and then obviously when Renato comes in, he shifts over and he's a right centre back. Levi Colwill, the left centre back. We know the gist. So Enzo Fernandez in that midfield, just next to a bit ahead that can have a little license to move forward. Caicedo. I would go with Felix, but there is a lot of imbalance there for doing that. Let's be honest. So we need someone of Caicedo's profile there. Cole Palmer. Now, this is where, look, on screen, it looks like it's Enzo with Caicedo and Palmer together. It's not. It's Caicedo that's maybe a little bit ahead of Enzo, but Palmer is in that 10, right? Free roaming role, number 10, mate. You do what you got to do. Simple as that. And Madueke absolutely deserves to start. Had a fantastic international break. Needs to play. Keep it going. Keep killing it. I want to see more assists. I want to see more contributions. Keep doing you. I've got nothing bad to say about Noni Madueke. Keep doing you. Simple as that. I would go Pedro Neto on that left-hand side, at least to start with. Now, we do have options. We've got to remember, we've got Felix. We've also got Jadon Sancho. Now, I'm not quite sure how Sancho's fitting in here. Is he going to be playing on the left? Is he going to be playing on the right? We might see him come on for Neto. We might see him come on for Madueke. One thing's for sure, though. Sancho is in this squad now. Neto and Felix are also here. Mudryk, you're in trouble, my son. And look, I've got sympathy on a human level. I think Mudryk is a nice guy. But when it comes to player level, football levels, I'm sorry, no sympathy. Mudryk is bottom of the list. End of story. So, Sancho, which one, when, how, I'm guessing he's going to come on. And Jackson up top. Now, we've also got options here. Felix can go up top as a false 9. We didn't buy a striker, so that is an option that we can embrace. If Felix were to come on as a false 9, he can play that role. That's about it. So, do you agree? Disagree with this? What would you do? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is my starting 11. Now, let's get into the predictions. I don't like this bit because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't shy away. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going 1-1. It's Bournemouth away. I don't like that ground. Anthony Taylor, I don't like him. Our inconsistencies, I don't like that. I think we concede. I think we score. So I'm going 1-1. I hope that makes sense. If this was another ground, if I'm going to try and pluck out an example, if we were playing Ipswich away or Southampton away, even Southampton, but Southampton away, even maybe Leicester away, I would say Everton away. But, Everton's a weird one. But those teams, I would say, yeah, Chelsea win, yeah. Bournemouth, nah. And I like I said, I do think we do concede. I think we score. I think we concede. I think Bournemouth will be up for it. I think we will, but I think we'll leak. So I think it'll balance itself out. I'm going 1-1 as a draw. It's not a great result, if I'm honest. We got to win. But my honest prediction, I'm going 1-1. So, let me know yours in the comment section below. Much appreciated. How do you think it's all going to end? What would your lineups be? How do you think it's going down? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done. Much appreciated. Do not forget, hit the subscribe button, notification bell on. Make sure you guys are here for all the content as it drops. Don't forget to check out the socials, especially Instagram right here. You can check it now on screen. Link in the description. Very active on there. That's my personal one. Make sure you're following. As well as Twitter and all the shebangs. It's all in the description below. So make sure you're hitting those links. And I will see all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done. So I'll see you then. Thank you all so much for watching. In a bit, people. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.